The next important cloning vector I want to talk about is Ti plasmid. Okay, there are so many vectors which is not necessary for your competitive examination, but still I'm going to just share the notes of it, just copy it, just one sentences you need to remember. Okay, but this is very important, commonly asked question. Name the bacterium which causes crown gall disease in plants. Okay, which disease? Crown gall disease in plants, particularly in dicots. Okay, not monocots. And that is actually called as, the bacteria called as Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Okay, Agrobacterium tumefaciens actually causes crown gall disease. What is this crown gall disease? I'll just explain it. This particular bacteria, for example, just draw the diagram of AT, Agrobacterium tumefaciens, and it has got a plasmid. It has got a plasmid. Particularly in the plasmid, it has got a gene. Somewhere else here there is a gene actually. That gene is tumor inducing gene. Okay, that's what we call it as tumor inducing plasmid. Ti means tumor inducing. Okay, so this particular plasmid of AT contains a small segment that is nothing but a contains a gene which can induce tumor in plants. How? So let us assume that these bacteria are normally found in soil. Now naturally they are actually they live in the soil, and let us assume that this is the plant, a natural plant. I said natural plant because we can create the plant in a laboratory also. That's what the technology is all about. Okay, so in the soil you see so many bacteria containing this Ti plasmid. Okay, they now anyhow take the entry into the plant through roots and somewhere else in the stem. They just make some incision. What is incision? So let me just magnify this. So this is the stem, and you see the incision. A small cut is made by the bacteria itself, and from this cut we all know that callus. So normally when you cut a plant and you see some liquid which oozes out from the plant, from the cut portion, from the wound, that is containing cells. What type of cells? Undifferentiated meristematic cells. Got it? And what you call for this undifferentiated meristematic cells? You call it as callus. Callus. Okay, callus will be produced. Callus means multiple cells will be produced continuously. Okay. So what these tumor inducing plasmid because of the Agrobacterium. So this bacteria now enters into each cell of the callus. Okay, they enter into the callus cells. So let me just draw the callus cell. This is one callus cell, and this bacteria now gains the entry into the callus cell containing Ti plasmid. Done. So this Ti plasmid now induces tumor. What is tumor? Cancer. That is uncontrolled mitotic cell division. Okay, so this particular Ti plasmid now takes the control of the DNA of this particular callus cells and starts producing multiple, that is abnormal division of these callus cells. So what's going to see is, if these callus cells divide abnormally, uncontrolled mitotic cell division, you see a structure like this. This is tumor. Got it? You have seen it. Like normally, if you see the stem of the plant, you could see this huge structure. This is nothing but the tumor in plants. So this is natural, and this disease is called as crown gall disease in dicot plant. Got it? Crown gall disease. So scientists know that because of the presence of the Ti plasmid in this particular Agrobacterium tumefaciens, they induce uncontrolled mitotic cell division in the case of the callus cells. Now, using the same technology, we can introduce this Ti plasmid in the callus cells. We see how it is. For this, what we have to do is, if that particular tumor inducing plasmid or tumor inducing gene is there, it's going to cause harm to the plant. But here our intention is, it should not cause the harm to the plant. Instead of that, we get multiple plantellets, that's plantlets. Okay, so what we do is, we just take the plasmid from this bacteria, Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So let us assume that this is actually the gene present in the plasmid which induces tumor. So what I am going to do is, I am going to remove this with the help of a restriction enzyme, and I am going to ligate the gene of interest. Whatever gene you want. Okay, for example, the plant should be pest resistant, or the plant should live in a drought condition, like that. So the gene which favors that plant to survive in any kind of condition, so that particular gene, the desired gene, is now inserted to the gene where earlier it was for plant, this one what you call tumor, okay, was there. Now it is replaced by this gene of interest. Now what I want to do is I am going to take the callus. What is callus? Undifferentiated cells from the plant, from a particular plant. For example, sugarcane, any other like beans plant. Okay, I have taken the callus, and these are callus cells, undifferentiated cell. So I am going to just introduce this rDNA. Now it is rDNA, right? Ti plasmid plus the gene of interest rDNA. That rDNA is introduced into each callus cells. Okay. So what's going to happen to these callus cells? Because they have already having the Ti plasmid, that is actually for uncontrolled mitotic cell division. It allows these callus cells to multiply rapidly. So they make a colony. So colony will be formed, and these colony becomes tiny plants, that is plantlets. Done. This is the thing. So you get this. So you get in the petri plate, you get tiny plants because of the callus, undifferentiated one. So this side, see here, I am going to create a plant in the laboratory condition. At the same time, I have inserted the gene of interest to these cells. Yes. So this particular plant now can survive anywhere else. It depends actually what type of gene I have inserted. Got it? If the plant is inserted with the gene of let us say produces certain proteins which acts like a pesticide, natural pesticide, then obviously this plant will be pesticide. That is Bt plant now. So I have produced a Bt plants, biotechnology plant, or genetically modified plants, GM plants. See, this is it. Done. So this is the technology. I am just using Ti plasmid because they have the capacity to induce tumor. Here I am not harming the plants. I am just increasing the number of cells. At the same time, I have inserted a gene to this plasmid. Done. So this is actually about Ti plasmid. Crown gall disease in dicots. Note this one. Agrobacterial tumefacients. Okay. The next one is about the retrovirus. Just one point, that retroviruses are the large class of viruses. For example, if you take HIV, they also belongs to retrovirus. So these retroviruses genetic material can also be used as a cloning vector because they have got high copy number ability, and always they infect only animals. So if I want to insert a gene of interest into animal cell, see, not plant cell, animal cell, I have to always prefer or take retroviruses as cloning vector. Got it? So name the cloning vector used for the modification of animal cells, retroviruses, or for the insertion of the gene of interest into animal cell, retroviruses. Done? So these two are very important. That's it. Other than that, I'll give you the notes. Just go through with it. Done. Thank you.